discussing a couple of questions today from electric charges and fields. So these are a couple of previous year questions from JEE mains. Okay. So let's start with question number one. Um, so this question, it is given to us that there is a solid ball of radius r. Okay. So it's a solid ball of radius r has a charge density rho, and where rho is a variable charge density, which is rho naught 1 minus r by r. For 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to capital R, the electric field outside the ball is. Okay. So to solve this question, we'll be making use of the Gauss law, but before using Gauss law, we need to calculate the total charge inside this solid ball. Let's assume that we have a ball of radius capital R. Okay. Now we know that the charge density is this, so we will be using. So let's assume a shell of radius x and thickness dx to calculate the total charge inside this solid ball. Okay. So let's say this radius is x and this thickness is dx. Okay. Now the total charge in this shell, which is dq, can be written as the density multiplied by the small volume of the shell. Okay. The small volume of the cell can be written as the surface area of the cell, which is 4 pi x square, and the thickness of the cell, dx. Okay. And rho, it is given that rho is equal to rho naught. Yeah, let's use x in place of r. So rho naught 1 minus uh, x by r. Okay. Now, dq can be written as rho naught into volume, which is 4 pi x square into 1 minus x by r into dx, and the total charge in this ball can be written as by integrating dq from 0 to q, and this is from 0 to r. Okay. Now this integration will give us q is equal to 4 pi rho naught, and this we will get x cube by 3 minus x 4 by 4r from 0 to r. This will give us 4 pi epsilon naught, and then we will get r cube by 3 minus r cube by 4, and from here the total charge can be written as 4 pi epsilon naught into r cube by 12. Okay. So this will get 4 3, or let's leave it. Just leave it. Okay. That's what it is. Now the electric field just outside this ball. Let's say we have to calculate the electric field at this point A, which is just outside. So this electric field can be written using Gauss law. E dot dA is equal to Q in. Q in is Q by epsilon naught. Now this electric field can be given as E into this total area 4 pi, and let's say first distance is r. So So this can be written as 4 pi r square if this is r, okay, is equal to q in, which is 4 pi epsilon naught r square by 12. 4 pi and 4 pi will cancel out, and we will be getting E is equal to epsilon, and we will be getting here, we forgot to write rho naught, so this is rho naught, so this is also rho naught, so we'll be getting here, and this, sorry, this epsilon naught will go, this will remove, so let me just write it clearly, r r cube, okay, and rho naught, okay, and this is epsilon naught because this is q by epsilon naught, so this e will become r cube rho naught divided by 12 epsilon naught, okay, so over r square. So from this given option, option B is the right option, which is rho naught r cube 12 epsilon naught r square. Okay, let's move to question number 2. Here, this question has given us the region between two concentric. So these are two concentric spheres of radii A and B, respectively, as shown in the figure. The they have volume charge density. Again, this is a variable volume charge density A by R, where A is a constant and R is distance from the center. So this is the charge density in this region, in this shaded region. At the center of this sphere is a point charge Q. So here is a point charge Q. The value of A such that the electric field in the region between the spheres will be constant. Okay. Okay, this is critical, that the electric field in the region between the spheres will be constant. Okay, so we can easily make it out that what question tells us कि यहाँ पे इस वाले पॉइंट पे और इस वाले पॉइंट पे, यहाँ पे दोनों पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड सेम है. क्यों? बिकॉज इस पूरे रीजन में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कांस्टेंट है, तो इसका मतलब एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ द रीजन एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द रीजन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या होनी चाहिए? कांस्टेंट. ओके, सो अपने को इक्वेट करना है सिंपली E1 is equal to E2. ओके, E1 इजीली फाइंड आउट किया जा सकता है बिकॉज E1 पे जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होगी पॉइंट 1 पे, वो सिर्फ इस पॉइंट चार्ज Q की वजह से होगी जो A डिस्टेंस पे रखा है. तो मैं E1 यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ, that E1 is equal to K, okay, K Q by A square. Okay, this is what, okay, KQ by A square, not KQ square, KQ by A square. Okay, E2 पे अपने को फाइंड आउट करनी पड़ेगी. तो हमें सबसे पहले फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा बेटा, तो व्हाट इज द चार्ज इन दिस रीजन, Q डैश. उसको फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हमने जैसे पिछले क्वेश्चन में किया था उसी टाइप से हम पहले इंटीग्रेट करेंगे इस रीजन के लिए. तो हम क्या मान लेते हैं यहाँ पे, लेट्स अज्यूम ए सेल ऑफ रेडियस x, ओके, एंड थिकनेस dx. ओके, तो इसका एक वॉल्यूम हम लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. वॉल्यूम आएगा अपने पास स्मॉल वॉल्यूम 4 पाई x स्क्वायर dx, और चार्ज डेंसिटी गिवन है अपने को a by r. Let me write x here because I have taken x as the variable. Okay, ठीक है. और अब हम यहाँ पे dq चार्ज लिखेंगे. dq will be 4 pi a x square over x dx. Simply cancel out. This will give us 4 pi a x dx. And let me integrate it so that we'll get the total charge q dash. Okay. This will get 4 pi a square by 2 from a to b. So this will give b square minus a square. Okay. Now E2 जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हमें यहाँ पे लिखनी है E2, ये हम गॉस लॉ से भी लिख सकते हैं सिंपली कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एट 2 which is simply E2 dot dA, okay, is equal to Q in, which is simply Q plus Q dash divided by epsilon naught. Now from here E2 is going to be same across this surface, and surface is E2 into 4 pi. Okay, this will get 4 pi and b square is equal to q plus q dash over epsilon naught, and E2 is q plus q dash over 4 pi epsilon naught b square. Okay, so 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught can be written as k. So we can write this k into q plus q dash over b square. Okay. Now, as per the question, E1 is equal to E2. So E1 is KQ by A square, और ये किसके इक्वल हो जाएगा बेटा K Q plus Q dash over B square. Okay, K and K will cancel out. So this will get Q B square is equal to, okay, K Q B square is equal to Q A square plus Q dash A square. Okay, from here we can write Q dash is equal to Q into B square minus A square divided by A square. Now compare Q dash and Q dash from these two equations. We'll be getting 4 pi A by 4 pi A by 2. Okay, 4 pi A by 2 into b square minus a square is equal to q b square minus a square divided by a square. Okay, b square minus a square, and this will cancel out. 2 will cancel out. A will become q divided by 2 pi small a square. Okay. Now from these given options, option C is matching this. So option C will be the right option. Okay. Now let's move to question number 3. So this question reads out that a uniformly charged thin spherical cell of radius r. So it's a thin spherical cell which has the radius r, carries uniform surface charge density which is sigma per unit area. It is made up of two hemispherical cells. So these are two hemispherical cells, 1 and 2. Okay. They are held together by pressing them with a force F. Okay, so there are two hemispherical cells which we have pressed together by using force F, and we need to calculate F, and we need to find out F is proportional. Okay. Okay. So we know that the pressure at any point, okay, electrostatic pressure, the electrostatic pressure at any point can be written as, okay, here this P can be written as, we use this color, P is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, this is this. Now force is what? Force is pressure multiplied by projected area. Okay. Okay. Now projected area of this hemisphere will be the area of this circle. Okay. Which has radius r. Okay. So the projected area, this can be written as force is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into projected area is pi r square. So this will be getting pi by 2 epsilon naught sigma square r square. Okay. From these given options, because it is asking us that this is proportional to, anyway, pi by 2 will be a constant. So the force can be written as force is proportional to 1 by epsilon naught sigma square r square. Okay. So from the given option, option A is the only right option. Okay. So let's move to question number 4. Okay. Now here we have to consider a sphere of radius r carries a uniform charge density rho if a sphere of radius r by 2 is carved out of it. ओके ठीक है, अपने पास पहले एक स्फीयर था जिसपे चार्ज डेंसिटी थी रो, उसमें से हमने एक छोटा स्फीयर निकाल दिया जिसकी रेडियस है r by 2, द रेशियो E A by E B। ओके सो हमें बताना है बेटा कि A पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और B पे जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होगी उनकी ratios, in fact their magnitude respectively at point A and B due to the remaining portion. Okay, so now the charge is only present in this region. Okay, so because of this we have to tell the ratio EA by EB. So to solve this, let's do one thing. Let's assume charge even in this region, and let's say because this is carrying a charge density rho. So this means this is positive charge. So let's assume a positive charge here as well as a negative charge here. Okay, negative rho. Okay. Now this means at A and B we have to find out electric field due to two things. Okay. One, हमें इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालनी है पॉइंट ए पे। एक तो एक बड़ा स्फीयर है, ठीक है, ये जिसका जिसके सेंटर पे ही प्रेजेंट है। ओके, ए उसके सेंटर पे ही प्रेजेंट है यहाँ पे, दिस इज पॉइंट ए। ओके, और इस पे डेंसिटी है प्लस रो, बट एक इस पे हमें निकालनी है जिसमें डेंसिटी है माइनस रो, और ए इसके कहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है, इस पॉइंट पे एट द सर्कमफ्रेंस। ओके, नाउ अगर हम बात करें तो बिकॉज यहाँ पे ए पे जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होगी अब, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एट ए कैन बी रिटन एज, जैसे दिस इज स्फीयर 1 एंड दिस इज स्फीयर 2, तो नेट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एट ए कैन बी रिटन एज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एट ए ड्यू टू 1 प्लस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू एट ए ड्यू टू 2। ओके, अब 1 बिकॉज ये इसके सेंटर पे है, 1 की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बेटा 0 हो जाएगी। अब ये इसके 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 सरफेस पे है, तो इसके लिए ये पॉइंट चार्ज हम लिख सकते हैं, और हमें इसका मैग्नीट्यूड ही लेना है, तो नेगेटिव के तो कोई दिक्कत है नहीं अपने को, तो लेट्स से रो है ना, के क्यू, क्यू मीन्स रो इंटू 4/3 पाई r/2 क्यूब डिवाइड बाई kq by r square means r/2 whole square. Okay, this will cancel out. Okay, Now uh, let's put the value of K. So magnitude of EA can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into rho into 4 pi r by 2 and 3 here. 4 pi and 4 pi will cancel out. So this will get rho r by 6 epsilon naught. So this is the value of A. Okay. Now the value of electric field at B, again this can be written as that because of the bigger sphere which has charge density plus rho and B is at the surface, the radius is r. So this can be written as E2 or E1 can be written as K into rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by r square. This will cancel out. And if we put value of K, then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into rho into 4 pi r by 3. This will cancel out. So this will get rho r by 3 epsilon naught. Okay. This is due to the bigger speed at P. This was point B. Now this is plus. Now for the second sphere, B is lying outside. Okay. And this distance is 3r by 2 and this is minus rho. So for this E2 can be written as K Q means, and this will be negative, rho R volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube means r by 2 cube divided by r square means 3r by 2 whole square. Okay. So if I solve it quickly, then E2 is equal to minus K. Let me just do quickly the value of K over rho. 4 pi by epsilon naught into rho into 4 by 3 pi and r by 2 square and r by 2 cube cancel out. This will become r by 3 3 is 9 18. 4 pi and 4 pi will cancel out and E2 will become minus rho r by 54 epsilon naught. Okay. Now total field at B can be written as E1 plus E2, which is rho r by 3 epsilon naught minus rho r by 54 epsilon naught. This will give us 51 by 50, sorry, 51. This is not 51, this will get 17. 17 rho r by 54 epsilon. Okay. And here we have rho r by epsilon. So we have to find out ratio of EA and EB. So EA by EB will get their magnitude as rho r by 6 epsilon naught divided by this 54 will go on top. Okay. And 17 rho r by epsilon. This will cancel out. This will cancel out 6 nines 9 by 17. Okay. What was the answer to this? If we have missed out something, be 17 by 54. Rho r by 6 epsilon naught. That's right. यहाँ पे हमने किया E1 रो 4/3 pi r cube, that's perfectly right. R square 4/3 रो r by 3 epsilon naught. और अगर मैं इसको सोल्व करता हूँ तो -k रो 4/3 r/2 whole cube 3 r/2 whole square. This will go, and this will become 4/4 pi will go off. R/2 r/2 square, r/2 will get here, 3 3 is 9, r/18, r/54. Okay, rho r/54, rho r by this will become 54 epsilon naught, and this is 18, 18 minus 17. I don't know whether this A is at this point or this point. This I need to check it out. As per the question, this answer is right. This is 9/17. Okay. This must be the question. But in JEE main, sorry guys, this A was at this point. This was A. Okay. So if we will use A as the center of this small sphere, then the answer is 17/54. Otherwise, as per this given situation, the answer is 9/17. That's perfectly fine. I have rechecked the calculation. The calculations are perfectly right. Okay. Now, question number 5. Two infinite planes, each with uniform surface charge density plus sigma, okay, are kept away in such a way that the angle between them is 30 degree. The electric field in the region shown between them. Okay, so we just need to find out the electric field in this region. Okay, now to find let's find out this, because these are planes, so we can use them kind of plane sheets. So let's say at this point here, the electric field due to this plane sheet will be in this direction, which is perpendicular to this. Let's say this is E1, and the electric field due to the lower plane will be in this direction. Let's say this is E2. Now E2 and E1 will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught and sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Okay. Now what we have to do, we just need to simply find out the vector component of these two fields. Okay. Now let's say at this point, and because sigma by 2 epsilon fields are same, so in this complete region, the total field is going to be a constant field. Okay. So so let's assume this point as A. So I'll just mark it here. This is A, and this is this, and this is the direction of E2, which is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and this is the direction of E1, which is again sigma by 2 epsilon. Okay. Now we can find out the components. Now component of E1 in this direction will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and this angle is 30 degree. So let me just mark it. Okay. So this is perpendicular. So this angle, okay, this is here. This is E1, 90, and this is 60. This is 30. Okay, so this angle is 30 degree. Okay, so this is sine of 30 degree, and okay, this is 30. Right, this is 30, this is 90, this is 60, 60, and this 60, 90, 30. ठीक है. Okay, and this is sigma by 2 epsilon naught cos of 30. Okay. Now, x component of the field can be written as x component is simply sigma by 2 epsilon naught sine 30 will give us 1 by 2 and x cap with minus sign because this is in negative direction. Okay. So, and y component can be written as sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is positive 1 and this is negative. So this is cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and this is in y cap x. Okay. Now net electric field can be written as simply Ex vector plus Ey vector. Okay. So that will give us sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Okay. And 1 minus root 3 by 2 y cap minus x cap by 2. Okay, now from these given option, D is the right option. Okay, so D is the right option. Now let's move to question number 6 here. This is figure shows a rod AB. So this is the rod AB, okay, which is bent in a 120 degrees circular arc. So this has been bent with radius r. A charge minus q is uniformly distributed over rod AB. What is the electric field E at the center of the curvature? See guys, first thing is that the charge density or the charge spread is minus q. So the electric field is going to be in positive x-axis. Okay. So one thing is we can always drop this option which is in minus. Okay. So now these are the three remaining options we have. Okay. Now we know for a circular arc, the field can be written as E is equal to 2k lambda by R. R is this radius. Okay. R sine theta by 2, where theta is this complete angle subtended by the arc. Okay. So in this case, theta is 120 degree. Okay. So we'll make simply use of this. Then R, maybe this is went into a theta. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So now let's put the value of lambda here. Lambda is nothing but lambda is total charge over this length AB. AB is, we can write the arc length as R theta. So this is R into theta. Theta we can put in radian. So 120 degree can be written as 2 pi by 3. Okay. So this is 2 pi by 3. So this can be written as 3q divided by 2 pi r. So that's the value of lambda. So let me just put these values here. E is equal to 2 into k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay. Into q is 3q by 2 pi r, and this r that will make r square, and sine theta by 2 means sine 60 degree. Okay. So this will give us sine 60 will become root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2. So this 2 and 2 will cancel out. So this E will become 3q 3q into root 3 y 2, 2 4 is 8, 8 pi square r square epsilon naught, and this is in positive italics. So from these given options, B is the right option. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. So this question reads out that there are two identical tennis balls which are having mass m. So we have two identical tennis balls, each has mass m and charge q. So this means both are having same like charges, are suspended from a fixed point by threads of length L. Okay, what is the equilibrium separation? So ये तो अपने को पता है बेटा, when there are two like charges, they are kept close to each other, there will be a force of repulsion. That's why we are getting this separation here. Okay, when each thread makes a small angle theta with the vertical. Okay, okay, we need to find out x when this is making a small separation theta. Okay. Let me first, because there is nothing mentioned about theta here. Okay, so let me just make the diagram first. So the condition is something like this, that here these are two tennis balls, each of mass m, and they are separated by a distance x. So this is the electrostatic repulsive force. We know this is mg. Okay, very good. And let's say this is angle theta. Okay, now we know, using Lami's theorem, we can easily write, if this is theta, then if this is theta, then this is, and this is 90 degree. This is theta, 90 minus theta, mg, this we have to make. We need to find out this angle now. This is 90 minus theta. This will become 180 minus 90 minus theta, which is 90 plus theta. Okay. So we have to use the Lami's theorem now. So what Lami's theorem says, that the force Fe, and opposite to that the angle, again this is this 90 and 90 180. So this will become sine of 180 minus theta is equal to mg, and sine of the opposite angle, which is 90 plus theta. Okay, so this can be quickly written as Fe over sine 180 minus theta is sin theta, mg over sine 90 plus theta is cos theta. So this can be written as that tan theta is equal to Fe over mg. Okay, now tan theta Fe can be written as, Fe is this, Fe here is the repulsive force, which is K, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square divided by x square. Okay, and mg is this. So tan theta can be written here, that tan theta is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square over x square into mg. Okay, so we need to find out value of x here. So let me just take x on the other side, which is x square into tan theta, and this becomes q square over 4 pi epsilon naught into mg. Now somehow we need to eliminate theta from this. Okay, let me check. So this is mentioned in the question that there is a small angle theta. So small angle theta means tan theta can be approximated with sine theta for smaller angles. Okay. And sine theta from this equation can be written as sine theta is, this will become x by 2 and this length is L. So this will become x by 2L. Okay. So let me write it here. So this, putting the value of sine theta, we will get x cube divided by 2L. So let me just multiply 2L here. 2L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into mg. 2 and 2 will cancel out. So this will give me x cube is equal to q square L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg. 2 pi epsilon naught mg. Yes, we have. And this is q square L. Okay. So now let me just limit this one, and we will get this as 1 by 3. Okay. So B is the right answer. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Okay. A charge Q is placed at one corner of a cube. So let's assume the charge is placed at this corner of the cube. As shown in the figure, the flux of the electrostatic field E through the solid area. So we need to find out the total flux passing through this solid area. Okay. So if we look at, because this is a cube, so we can easily make it out that this area and this area both are equal. So this means simply we need to find out the flux through one of the face of the cube. Okay. Let's assume this side of this cube is A. So to create this symmetry, we need to again create a cube here, here, and here, so that this cube will become at the center. Okay. Okay. So this means if we make a cube of size 2A, okay. So same way the cubes will go at the back. So if I'll make a a cube of side 2A, so this will look like something like this. Okay. This is a cube of side 2A. Okay. And this guy Q will go at the center of this. Okay. And now we know using the Gauss law that the net electric field or the net flux through this cube is phi is equal to Q in divided by epsilon naught. Okay. Now flux through one of the face of this will be because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 faces. So flux through this face will be Q by 6 epsilon naught. Okay. But we have to find out the flux through this face. So this face will be definitely half of this face. Okay. This thing. Okay. Now the area of this bigger face is, this area is 4a square, whereas this area is only a square. So phi required will be total flux phi dash multiplied by the area through which we have to find out flux divided by total area. 4a square, a square will cancel out. Q divided by 6 epsilon naught into 4. So that will give us Q over 24 epsilon naught. Okay. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Find the electric field at point on the perpendicular bisector of a uniformly charged thin wire of length L carrying a charge Q. The distance of the point from the center is this. Okay. Okay. So we know, let's say, because P is at the center line, so This angle is theta and this angle is also theta. And theta we can easily find out because this is root 3 by 2L. So this will become L by 2. So tan theta can be written as tan theta is simply L by 2 into root 3 by 2L L 2 1 by root 3 and theta is pi by 6. Okay, theta is pi by 6. Now E net, we know E net can be written as 2k lambda by 2k lambda by the perpendicular distance root 3 by 2 into sine of theta 1 plus sine of theta 2. But here theta 1 and theta 2 both are equal to theta. So this we can write as 2 2s are 4 k lambda over root 3, and this is 2 times of sine theta, which is pi by 6. Okay, sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2, so this will become 4 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into root 3 into q into L, sorry, q by L, because we have to write down the value of lambda. Q by L into 2 into 1. This will cancel out, 4 will cancel out. So this will become, and this is root 3 by 2L d L and q by L will become L square. So this E net can be written as q over root 3 pi epsilon naught L square. Root 3 q by root 3 pi epsilon naught L square. There is 2 extra. Why there is an extra 2. Okay, from these given options 2k lambda 2k lambda sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. Okay, okay, I think this is k lambda by 2. This is k lambda by, okay, simple. Simple, I think this I have written. This 2 will not come because for a, let me just check. For this, if d is the distance and lambda is the charge density, then electric field at A will be written as E is equal to 2k at the center point. Okay, then E perpendicular can be written as k lambda by d sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. Okay, this is theta 1 and this is theta 2. So this means the k lambda. Okay, this 2 will not come here. Okay, if this 2 will not come, then 2, this will also become 2. Okay, and once we put this one, then 2 2s are 4. This 2 will go. Okay, now from these given options, q over 2 root 3 pi, A is the right option. Okay, now let's move to question number 10. Here it says that a body having specific charge 2 microcoulomb per gram. So specific charge, first thing this term is charge per unit mass. This quantity is known as specific charge. Is resting on a frictionless plane at a distance 10 centimeter. So this distance is 10 centimeter from the wall. It starts moving towards the wall when a uniform electric field of 100 volt per meter towards the wall. So we have electric field in this direction. If the collision of the body and the ball is perfectly elastic. Okay, so this what this question says, that if this object strikes here with velocity v, then because of perfectly elastic collision, there is no loss of energy, and this will come back with another same velocity v. Okay, then the time period of this motion will be okay. So because this is at rest initially, so u is 0, and let's say the charge q on the body, so the force can be written as F is equal to QE, and F can be written as MAQE. A on the body is QE by M. Okay. Okay. This is the acceleration. Now we know S is equal to, because acceleration is constant, so we can make use of Newton's equation, ut plus half at square. Now u is 0. So t is simply the time to start and reach to the wall. Okay. So this can be written as t is equal to 2s divided by a under the u. Okay. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. Now total time, which is back and forth, which has been asked to us, t is equal to 2 times of t, which is 2 under the root 2s by a, and 2s, s is what? 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter of means 10 over 100 meter into a. A can be written as QE by m, which is Q by m is given to us, which is 8 micro, can be written as 10 directly, or in gram. Gram can be written as 10 raised to power minus 3 kg. Okay, in kg, and E is in 100. Okay. That's what it is. Uh, Q by M. QE by M. Okay. So I think I have written it twice. Okay. Okay. So let's solve this. So this can be, this will go off, and this will become minus 3. This will go off, and this will become minus 2, and on top it will go 2 under the root 2 by 8, and this will become 10 raised to power 2. This will become 4. So Q into 1 by n. This is 10 seconds. Check. It's 10 second as per my calculations. Okay. 2s. Okay. This is 8 microcoulomb. 8 micro is Q by m, 8 by 10, and so 10 raised to power minus 3. And S is 10 by 100. So refine कोई दिक्कत नहीं है वहाँ पे, और ये भी अपने को 100, QE is 100 volt per meter, and this is 10 centimeter. Oh, this was 40 centimeter. Okay, so I can write here 100, and this will go off. Okay, so calculation error. So this will become 2 into 1 by 2 in second. Sorry guys, I was right. ये 100 सेंटीमीटर के लिए है, 10 by 100 सेंटीमीटर, and that 100 is for electric field. So let me just correct it. This option is 1 second. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. ये क्वेश्चन बोल रहा है a long cylindrical volume contains a uniformly distributed charge of density rho. Okay. यहाँ पे अपने पास एक long cylinder है which has uniformly distributed charge density rho. Okay, rho coulomb per meter cube. Okay, that's what it is. The electric field inside the cylindrical volume at a distance. Okay, so if we have to find out the, so let's again draw a cylinder. We'll make use of the Gauss law here. We'll draw a cylinder of radius x, and let's say of length L. Yeah, we can just make use of length L. That's okay. Okay. So or H, whatever you want to. So let's say H. Okay. So now Gauss law, it says that flux, uh, which is E dot dA, is equal to Q in by epsilon naught. Now let's calculate Q in. Q in this cylinder, small cylinder, which is rho into volume of this cylinder, pi x square h. Okay. Now, now we have to find out the area. Okay. Now from these two, the flux will be zero from here and from the bottom. The flux is zero. The whole flux which will pass through this. Okay. So now we have to take the lateral surface area. Okay. So E into the surface area, which is 2 pi r h, 2 pi x h, will be equal to Q in rho into pi x square h by epsilon naught. Pi and pi will cancel out, x will cancel out, h will cancel out. E will become rho x by 2 epsilon naught. Now where we have to find out electric field is x is equal to 2 epsilon naught by rho. Okay, so let's put the value of x as 2 epsilon naught by rho. This will cancel out, this will give 1. Okay, so the answer is 1 volt per meter. Okay, now let's move to next question. As shown in the figure, a configuration of two equal point charges Q naught is equal to 2 microcoulomb. Okay, so there are two charges which are shown here. Each is of 2 microcoulomb. Okay, plus 2 microcoulomb is placed at an inclined plane. Mass of each point charge is 20 gram. So mass is also given, which is 20 gram, means 20 into 10 raised to power minus 3 kg. Assume that there is no friction between the charge and the plane, so this plane is frictionless. Mu is equal to 0. For the system of the two charges to be in equilibrium at rest, the height h is. So we have to find out height h. Okay. Okay. If the charges are at equilibrium, this means this charge has mg here and this charge has electrostatic repulsive force here. So now mg can be broken down into two parts. This is mg sine 30 and this is mg cos 30. So electrostatic force must balance mg sine 30. Okay. Now for electrostatic force, we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square divided by r square. Let's say r is this distance. So r square, which is equal to mg sine 30, means 1 by 2. Okay. Okay. So let me find out r here. So r square can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q square into 2 by mg. Now let me dump all the values here. 9 into 10 raised to power 9 into q, which is 2 q square means 4 into 10 raised to power minus 12 into 2 over mg. Mg means 20 gram into 10 raised to power minus 3 into 10. Okay. Okay. This, and this will cancel out, make 1 and 2. Okay, and this one will go on top, so this will become 9 into 4 into 10 raised to power. This will become 10 and that will become minus 2. Okay, now R will become 3 into 2 into 10 raised to power minus 1, 0.6. Okay, so this is R, but we have to find out the value of H here. Now from this triangle, we can easily make out, we know RH, so RH is equal to R sine 30, okay? Whereas R is 0.6, sine 30 is 1 by 2, this will become 0.3, and that is 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, so x into 10 raised to power minus 3 is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power minus 1. Sorry, this was 0.3, so minus 1. So x will become 300. X is 300. Okay. So that's all, guys. That's all for today. Thank you.